Syracuse Orange. K-State playing their second match of 3 in their home invitational. Last night a 5-set loss to the Arkansas Razorbacks. You'll see a Syracuse team who this morning fell in 3 to number 6 Wisconsin. Let's take a look at the starting lineups first for the visiting Orange. They will line up like this. Starting at the center spot, Dana Valelli, a 5'9" sophomore from Dallas, Texas. An outside hitter, 6'1" sophomore, Kendra Lukacs. Also an outside hitter, Ella Sadav, 6'1" freshman from Israel. Also in the starting lineup, Amber Witherspoon, a junior from Chicago, Illinois, and a middle blocker, plus Jalissa Trotter, 5'7" junior, and set also a defensive specialist, and Santita Bongwase, and Bell Sand, a defensive specialist as well, in the starting lineup for the Orange. On the other side, for K-State, they'll look like this. At center, it's Sarah Dixon, a 5'9" sophomore from Chino Hills, California. At libero, also an Arizona transfer, Riley Colleen, a 5'4" junior from Honolulu, Hawaii. At the hitting position, so on the left, Tommy Sumac, 6'4", redshirt junior from Buffalo, Minnesota. Also we expect to see on the left side for the Cats, Alicia Schulian, 6'3" junior from Silver Lake, Kansas, and Brent Carlson, 6'4", freshman from Woodbury, Minnesota. On the right, in front of Oval, 6' senior from Clearwater, Kansas. In the middle for the Cats, Peyton Williams, 6'3", redshirt freshman from Topeka, Kansas. And also expecting to see either Mason Flowers, 6'3" junior from Chanute, Kansas, or Sophie Heeman, a 6'1" junior from Budapest, Hungary. The coaches on the Syracuse side, the Orange, with Leonid Yelin, the native of Uzbekistan, his 6th year at Syracuse. Also spent 15 years second and 1-3-6-12. His time with the Cardinals in his 6th year at 71 and 91 with Syracuse. K-State, Orange winning the coach, and school history. Susie Britt, 3-18 and 1 game there, 17. So we are ready for volleyball. K-State and Syracuse. The Orange in literally orange uniforms with navy blue trim and navy blue shorts, white numerals and lettering. The is in a white jersey with navy blue shorts, orange numerals and lettering and trim. K-State is in a short sleeve white jerseys, purple numerals and lettering, purple and silver trim with black shorts. Their lead, Riley Colleen, a solid purple jersey with silver numerals and lettering. Cats 2-2, lost to Arkansas. Syracuse played 4 matches last weekend at home, 2-3. Lost to Wisconsin this morning for the Orange. K-State is not covered up today, so they may get the advantage that Oregon State did last weekend when the Cats played twice on Saturday. Oregon State was able to see the Cats play the match of the day for Beavers. Looks like K-State will serve to get this one underway. Back on the service line, Sarah Dixon, a 5'9" redshirt sophomore from Chino Hills, California. Cats Brooke Smith tonight, a 2-6-2 offense. Smith is a transfer from Nebraska, 5'10" via Weatherford, Texas. Cats have present time Williams, Zumock, and Vogel across the front line. Nice serve from Dixon. Syracuse on a slide to the outside. Ball dug by K-State, dumped out of the middle by Williams. Now left side attack for a kill. It is Sadaf, freshman for Syracuse, giving the Orange a 1-0 lead. Sadaf with 16 kills against Colgate last weekend. Double back to Syracuse. Has to do some different things tonight, no question. Players right now playing 6 rotations. She gets served at by Syracuse right there, while tipped across by Vogel of K-State. Now left side attack, Lukacs for Syracuse. Nice palm save, K-State. Dumped over by the Cats, but a point to Syracuse. On that double by the Cats, double hit is the call. So 2-0 Orange here in set 1. Sadad is served again. Syracuse. And that's 15 kills against Wisconsin. After Austin Peeble last year, putting the All-American setter and Lauren Carlini, but specifically a team that reloaded after a year ago. K-State knocks it over with Zumock following the serve. Turned by the Orange. Now left side, Vogel blocked back by Syracuse. On the right, Zumock cross court, dug by the Orange, dumped by their center for a point. Jalissa Trotter, a junior from Texarkana, Texas. Local is Jeremiah Trotter. Your veteran in the NFL. Full-time All-Pro, full-time local. Redskins and the Bucks. Again, serving for Syracuse with a 3-0 lead for the Orange Sada. Cats go to the middle. Peyton Williams, a perfect set that time from Sarah Dixon. Williams, as she did last night, hit 545. She hit over 700 in a pair of matches last weekend against Idaho and at Oregon State. She certainly, when she gets good sets, is very lethal in the middle for the Cats. Zumock now serving, but long out of bounds for K-State. So Syracuse back up by 3. It's 4-1 following the Williams kill. Syracuse to serve with their setter Trotter, who we mentioned a moment ago. Good turnout by the Purple Pit. Plenty of folks in the balcony as well. Service error by Syracuse and Trotter. Cats now back within a pair. It's 4-2 in the early going. Riley Killeen, K-State's lead, now back to serve. She's a native of Hawaii. Spent 2 years at Arizona. Nearly an overpass by Syracuse, dumped across by Levanova. K-State gets on it, but they struggle a bit. And attacking from the back row, though, for a kill, Alyssa Schulian, the junior from Silver Lake. K-State with their second kill. And the Cats now within 1 at 4-3. Syracuse. Killeen serves again. Bump set for the Orange from the back row. Roll shot, Sada. Dig K-State, right side, full swing off the top of the block, Vogel. Syracuse is on it though, high ball, left, cross court, Levanova. K-State dumps with Schulians now playing the left. High ball again to Levanova. Let's dig one more time, this time for the back row. Zumock, just long out of bounds, point to Syracuse. She lobbed that ball well above the block, so no touch by the Orange. As Ibong Wasway will go back to serve, the junior from Rochester, New York, middle for Syracuse. Preseason All ACC. Cats work it to the right to Vogel. She comes hard angle, cross court for the kill. Brenna Vogel with her fourth swing, first kill. Cats back within 1 in this first set, 5-4. Vogel, a senior, only senior for K-State. Contributed as a freshman, a key win over Texas Tech, then became a full-time starter as a sophomore. Nice serve from Brenner, right side. Using the block for the kill is Lukacs, sophomore from Calgary. And Syracuse back up 2, 6-4. Syracuse hitting 222 with a pair of kills so far. K-State with a pair of errors with 3 total kills, hitting 083 thus far. Lukacs to serve, played by the Cats on a slide right side. Sandbothi over the block on a tip. Dig by Syracuse. On the back row, it's Lukacs again. K-State plays, they go to the middle this time to Sandbothi on a quick set, and she gets the kill. Nicely done by Dixon on the set. Sandbothi certainly took care of it. K-State back within 1. Schulians to serve. Zumock rotates to the front row for the Cats. Both outside hitters playing 6 rotations tonight against Syracuse, something you don't see all that often. Nice serve though by Alyssa. Right side Syracuse will get the point regardless. K-State was in the net. Levanova had to hit something off speed with the pass and set a bit off. K-State was going to dig it, but point Orange. 7-5 Syracuse. Levanova out into serve. In her place will be Dana Valelli. Puts it across. K-State goes right on a slide. Sandbothi for the kill. And within 1, 2 kills as of late for Sandbothi in 3 swings. At the present time, K-State not in a 6-2 with a 5-1. Devin Fairfield in for Schulians. This time through, Fairfield will play in back row instead of Schulians. Williams returns to the middle for K-State. Served by Sandbothi. Left side, swing by Sada for Syracuse. From the back row, tipping is Vogel. Ball dug by Syracuse. Free ball over to K-State. Now a battle ensues, and the Orange are in the net, so point K-State. Cats now tying Syracuse at 7. Time it's been tied. Thus far, Syracuse took the early 3-0 lead. Since then, the Cats were playing catch-up. Sandbothi will serve it for K-State. Ball eats up Syracuse's back row, and free-balling it back to the Cats. Right side, a full swing for a kill. Sarah Dixon. Cats are in front of Syracuse 8-7. Syracuse tried to bump set right there. The ball going over the head of the outside hitter right to Dixon. Only stands about 5'8". She put that one home for K-State. 3 in a row for the Cats. Serve again by Sandbothi. Whistle, point to the Cats. Double hit on a set attempt by Syracuse. And it's now 9-7. Cats have gone from 2 down now to 2 ahead of the Orange. Sandbothi, a sophomore, started the last 11 matches for K-State down the stretch. 2016, including against her sister Taylor Sandbothi in the NCAA tournament. That serve from Ellie goes long. Taylor, of course, an All-American middle at Ohio State. Buckeyes survived K-State and went on to the Sweet 16 by 2 points in the 5th set last season. 9-8 Cats. Syracuse will serve at their lead. That is Belle Sand, 5'6" senior from Minnesota. Cats work it to the left. Sumak off the top of the block. Played by Syracuse, a chance to tie. Left side Sada, but kept alive by Vogel. Now to the middle, Williams knocking it over. Dumped by the Syracuse setter, but out of bounds. Misfiring that time was Trotter. Trotter appears to be in a 5-1 as well for Syracuse. Vallely's out there, listens to the setter. She's only playing as a DS, it appears right now, for the Orange. 10-8 K-State. In set 1. Serve from Dixon, right side on a slide. Finding the corner was Ibangwase, and the Cats are in the net. So either way, Syracuse gets the kill. That one's going to work out for Syracuse anyway. The Orange now within 1 again at 10-9. Sada in the back row, she serves, and in for an ace for Syracuse. K-State got crossed up. Fairfield and Clean were trying to decide who was going to play that one or whether to let it go long. Instead, it landed in between them for a Syracuse ace. First one of this match for either side. 10-10 in set number 1. Served again from Sada, left side. Vogel blocked back by Syracuse. Cats bump set right this time. Vogel down the line. The ball missing either outside the antenna or into the antenna. Point Syracuse, so 3 in a row for the Orange. And Syracuse back in front, 11-10. Cats have led by as many as 2. Syracuse has led by as many as 3. They've had a little bit of seesaw battle so far. And served by Sada for the Syracuse Orange. Left side Vogel off the top of the block, and it carries towards the Syracuse bench. 11-all first set. Both these teams will be in action tomorrow at 11. Syracuse will face Arkansas. K-State will get back after it at 1:30 against number 6 Wisconsin. Served by Zumak. Ball bumped up left side, a tip by Lukacs. Dig by the Cats. Now Vogel, cross court, and Syracuse couldn't slow it down. Their second contact also colliding with the antenna. So point Cats, 2 in a row, and K-State now leads again at 12-11. Cats hitting 174 so far. Syracuse at 250. A couple more errors for K-State. Cats also have 2 more kills. Serve again by Zumak. Syracuse works it right, and a misfire between Trotter and Ibangwase. She went up for the slide to the outside. The ball is off somewhere on Chunk, on the hitter or on the set. Ball falls to the floor on Syracuse side. So point Cats now leading 13-11. 3 straight for K-State. Another serve by Zumak. Syracuse works it left. Ball thrown across by Lukacs off K-State, and a point to the Orange, 13-12. Syracuse hanging in. A tough go against Wisconsin earlier, falling in 3 this morning. The final was 25-9, 25-14, and 25-16. Syracuse went 2-2 at home last weekend. The Cats are 2-2, 2-1 last weekend at Oregon whistle, rotation error on K-State, so point Syracuse. Things are tied again at 13. Cats beat Idaho and Pacific, lost to Oregon State, and then lost at 5 last night to Arkansas. Syracuse will serve at Trotter once again, looking to take the lead on the Cats. Worked by K-State to Vogel in the middle, overdig Syracuse. K-State finds Sumac in the back row, well played by the Orange. They go left, and the attempt is blocked back from Levanova. She'll try again for Syracuse, blocked once more by the Cats. Now hit across by Lukacs, dig K-State, they'll free ball it over to the Orange, and then Bongwase gets the ball, and Syracuse sides out in front with the kill, 14-13. One swung back and forth. We've had several lead changes and ties. Trotter will serve again for Syracuse. Trickling off the net on the serve by Trotter. Attacked by Vogel from the back row. Syracuse was in the net, so point Cats. Things are tied at 14. We'll get to the media timeout on the next point either way. 14 all tie, first team to 15 points without a timeout by either side, means we'll step aside. Served by Riley Killeen of K-State. Syracuse pushes the ball to the right side, a tip by Lukacs. Dig K-State. Left side, Schulians teeing off, and she gets the kill. The Wildcats now lead at 15-14. 14's going to chance to talk things over. 18 has 2 timeouts remaining. K-State by 1 at home in Manhattan. This is K-State Volleyball. Live at the Hurt Fieldhouse in Manhattan, K-State Volleyball. The edge thus far on Syracuse, 15-14. K-State hitting 250 with 10 kills. Syracuse hitting 208 with 7 kills. Vogel with 4 kills, hitting 400 thus far. On the Syracuse side, it's been Lukacs and Bongwase with 2 kills apiece. Riley Killeen, the Arizona transfer, serves coming out of a timeout. The Orange with a high ball left, but it will be point K-State, double contact on the set. Lucky Bongwase, beg your pardon, that time had to set the ball, and K-State gets the point. Up 2 now on Syracuse. Served again by Killeen, a tip by Syracuse with a Bongwase. K-State, Schulian's big swing, over dig, Syracuse, Sandbothi hit one wildly out. She get a touch of the orange block? No. Officials confer, K-State will challenge. Because this is a TV match, there are replay challenges. Each team has 3. Syracuse won't get that luxury against Wisconsin and Arkansas this weekend. K-State being at home will have that challenge system in place. Usually how it goes in the non-conference portion of the schedule. The hosts get the challenges, and then when you play the hosts, challenges are available to you. Last night when the Cats took on Arkansas, all 4 challenges, 2 by Coach Watson of Arkansas and Coach Fritz with the Cats, they all were overturned, which is something I can't say that I've seen very often. At issue here was the over dig by Syracuse. Ellie Sandbothi hit the ball again, and I believe the officials are taking a look at whether or not Sandbothi got a piece of the block of Syracuse, but maybe we're looking at a net call on Syracuse as well. We'll find out here as the officials have made their decision on this one. Paul Albright on the floor says point Syracuse. Ball hit out of bounds by K-State. The official in the tower tonight is Julie Vec. 16-15, Cats clinging to a 1-point lead. First set tonight in Manhattan at historic Ahern Fieldhouse. Ibong Wase serving for Syracuse. K-State goes to Sandbothi in the middle, blocked back by the Orange. Now left side, Shulians, the junior from Silver Lake, gets the kill. K-State up 2, 17-15. Cats looking for their third win on the year. Same deal for Syracuse. The Orange with 3 losses, K-State with 2. Nice serve by Vogel, first ace of the night for K-State. The ball overpassed out of bounds by Syracuse. K-State leads by 3. Timeout taken by Syracuse. And Coach Yellen, 18-15 Cats. We'll return to Ahern Fieldhouse in a moment. This is K-State Volleyball.
K-State Volleyball is brought to you by Pepsi, proud beverage partner of the Wildcats for more than 40 years. And by the Kansas Lottery. Dream bigger with the Kansas Lottery, proud sponsor of K-State Athletics.
K-State Volleyball leading Syracuse 18-15 tonight at Ahern Fieldhouse. Cats looking to go 1-1 in their home invitational. Syracuse, same deal. Lost this morning to number 6 Arkansas on 3. The Cats battled number 6 Wisconsin. The loss for Syracuse. Cats battled Arkansas last night and went to 5, but the Razorbacks prevailed 15-9. Syracuse will play Arkansas tomorrow at 11 a.m. here at Ahern Fieldhouse. K-State will see the Badgers at 1:30 tomorrow. Before this match was played, Wisconsin swept Arkansas in 3. Ball hit out of bounds by Syracuse as we come out of a timeout. Misfiring from the left side was Levanova for the Orange. So K-State for the first time leads by 4, building on their biggest lead. Substitution for the Orange. We're going to see for the first time Anastasia Gorolina, a 6'4" junior from Uzbekistan. Same home country as Coach Yellen of Syracuse. They rotate out Levanova, who's a native of St. Petersburg, Russia. Vogel serving again for K-State. She's a little closer to where we're at tonight. 2 hours away in Clearwater, Kansas for her hometown. Misfire from the middle by Syracuse, out of bounds. 20-15 Cats on the hitting error. That's the 4th so far in this first set. Cats are able to go up 20-15 on Syracuse. Looked like that was misfired by Gorolina. Good serve again by Vogel. Overpass Syracuse. Both Shulians and Sandbothi get in the air. Shulians gets credit for the kill. 21-15 Cats in set 1. Looking to go ahead 1-0. Amber Witherspoon, the previous hitting error. Shulians, the kill right there. She is tied with Vogel for the team lead on K-State with 4 kills. Speaking of Brenna, she'll serve again for the Cats. Great all-around athletes focused in on volleyball here at K-State. Left side, it's Gorolina swinging away for Syracuse. K-State digs, and they get it to Shulian. Hit a ball high, but it lands in the back row. Coach Yellen will appear to use the challenge. No, he'll call for time. Timeout taken by the Orange. That ball landing into the back row. Syracuse thought it was out on the floor. Some of their players did. Thought Coach Yellen might use his first challenge, but he did not. 22-15 Cats in set number 1 tonight at Ahern Fieldhouse. Let's give you a quick check of our Big 12 scoreboard matches that are going on. One match has gone final. Iowa State was jumped into the top 25 this week at number 25. They swept Dayton tonight to improve to 4-0 on the year. They'll play Pitt tomorrow, so a win on the Flyers' home floor tonight for Iowa State. Texas Tech also has gone final with Eastern Washington sweeping the Eagles tonight, 25-14, 25-22, and 25-22. OU, a loss earlier today at 3 to High Point, and they're able to take a 2-0 lead on Ohio, and they're trying to win in Athens, Ohio. They lead 22-18 in the third set over the Bobcats. West Virginia is playing in Minneapolis against Minnesota, and in set 1, Golden Gophers prevailed 25-17. In set 2, West Virginia down 8-7 to Minnesota, who's ranked right now in the top 10. Here in Manhattan, K-State leads Syracuse 22-15. Wisconsin can make it official tomorrow with a win over K-State. They're the leader in this tournament at 2-0. Both K-State and Syracuse looking to get to 1-1. That's where Arkansas is, who dropped a 3-setter earlier tonight to the Badgers. Wisconsin ranked number 6 in the country. Brett Vogel again on a serving run. Will put it in play again after the timeout. Cats have scored 6 in a row. Left side, high ball. Arkansas, Levanova. K-State plays. They go to Schulians, who's had the hot hand for K-State with 5 kills. Did go by Syracuse. Was blocked back by the Cats. Now left side, Levanova stopped again by Syracuse. They'll dump it back over via Lukacs, but the Orange are in the net. So points to K-State, 23-15. K-State has ran away and hid from Syracuse in this opening set. It was back and forth, many lead changes and ties, but K-State scored now 7 straight. Lobbed across on a shallow serve by Vogel. Syracuse goes to the middle. Witherspoon hitting it off of the Wildcat block, but a dig. Ball dumped over by Vogel. The Orange now go to Witherspoon again. Her attempt, though, blocked back by the Cats. Free ball by Syracuse. K-State goes to Sandbothie on a slide, but there's the first stuff by the Orange. Witherspoon brought in off the bench to stand 6'4". Got in on the act along with Sada, who's a 6'1" freshman. Syracuse breaks the string of K-State. Still a 7-point edge, and the Cats are 2 points away from going up 1-0 in the opener tonight on their home floor. K-State works their first swing offense, kills Sandbothie on a slide. Syracuse was also in the net. Sada, the guilty party, and now it is set point for the Wildcats, 24-16. Schulians rotates back to serve, and redshirt junior Kylie Zumock now in the front row. Service error by Schulians, one of the Cats' more reliable servers. Point to Syracuse, 24-17. Into serve in place of Levanova is Dana Vallely, the backup setter, but she also plays defensive specialist for the Orange, a 5'9" sophomore from Dallas, Texas. And a service error by Vallely, out of bounds wide, and K-State takes the first, 25-17. Cats hit 243 in the opener, holding Syracuse below 100. Cats lead 1-0, 25-17 in the first with a return for Wildcat Volleyball. This is K-State Volleyball.
It's payday! It's payday! It's payday!
Your dreams are waiting, so play Lucky for Life from the Kansas Lottery, and you could win $1,000 a day every day for the rest of your life.
It's payday!
It's payday!
Improving each day not only applies to our football program, but also to your health. Small daily improvements such as eating more fruits and vegetables, living tobacco-free, and taking a short walk can all make a great impact on your overall wellness. Please join me, the Kansas Health Foundation, and Stormont Vale Health in our PowerCat Health Partnership, encouraging all Kansans to live a healthier life. Today, opioid overdose kills more Americans than car crashes, and Kansas is not immune. Deaths from opioid overdoses among young people have risen dramatically in our state. I urge you to make this crisis a priority among your families and your friends. Healing starts with understanding the problem, recognizing the warning signs, and having the courage to act. Our young people need our help. Talk. It truly matters.
Hi.
I'm not letting you in. No more apps.
But I can let you gain Kansas lottery points. Enter second chance drawings, win more. Points can go to any prize you want.
Any prize?
Yeah. Play on, man.
Okay, you can come in. But don't ask me to update you right away.
I mean, we hardly know each other.
Oh, right.
With the Play On app, you can gain more points and win more. See kslottery.com for details.
K-State volleyball takes set one from Syracuse at Ahern Field House. Cats getting 5 kills from Alyssa Schulians, 4 by Brenna Vogel without an error, hitting .400. Emily Sandbothy with 3. Peyton Williams with 1, and from the center spot, Sarah Dixon also had 1. 11 assists by Dixon. K-State led by 6 digs from libero Riley Colleen. Syracuse hits just 0.59, only 7 kills compared to 14 for the Cats. 2 kills each from Lukacs and Ibongwase. So Syracuse will try to battle back against K-State and pull within a set apiece. K-State will try to keep the pedal to the metal with a 25-17 win in the opener. Cats will line up Peyton Williams in the front row, Alyssa Schulians and Sarah Dixon. In the back row, it's Vogel, Zumock, and Colleen. On the Syracuse side, they have in the front row right now Sadab, their setter Trotter, and Ibongwase. Back row, Valewi, beg your pardon, Lukacs, and now serving libero Sand. K-State works the ball left on serve receive. Alyssa Schulians putting it down in the back row. 1-0 Cats leading the orange. Dixon now gets her turn to serve for K-State. Cats leading 1-0 in the match. Syracuse on their first serve receive of this set. Creasing the block to the outside. Sada with the kill. Her second kill. Syracuse has tied K-State at 1. Sada, native of Israel, back to serve now for Syracuse. Cats have a connection in Humphrey. They have 4 players over the years played from that country in purple and silver, putting Sophie Gimash is on the current roster. K-State shut down by Syracuse. Alyssa Schulians is stuffed by the orange. Second stuff of the night for Syracuse. Ibongwase was in on that one. Looks like Trotter may get credit as well. The setter for Syracuse. 2-1 orange. Set 2, trying to tie up this matchup 1 apiece. K-State works it back to Schulians. This time goes around the block, but hits the top of a net, and it caroms out of bounds. So point Syracuse, 3-1, the early edge for the orange. They had a 4-1 lead in the first before K-State turned things around and went on to the 8-point victory. Left side tip for Vogel of K-State. Syracuse comes back, nice swing from Lukacs. Free ball cross by K-State. Syracuse attacks with their setter Trotter, and Syracuse now up by 3. beg your pardon, actually, Abong Wase got the quick set that time, a quick knock over the net for Syracuse, and the Orange lead it 4-1. Served by Sada. Cats work it with some trouble passing to Vogel, who dumps it across. Syracuse now to Abong Wase on the slide. She switched up her attack. Looked like she might go cross court in a full swing, and said tip to the corner, down the line, and gets the kill for the Orange. 5-1, K-State trails in this first set, and Coach Susie Fritz wants to talk things over. Timeout taken by the Cats. We'll return to our Hurt Fieldhouse in a moment. This is K-State Volleyball. Orange off to a quick start. K-State leads it, trails at 5-1 in set number 2. The Cats took the first tonight at a Hurt Fieldhouse, 25-17. Serve receive for the Cats. Brenna Vogel attacks and gets the kill. So K-State now within 3, 5-2. K-State works Julian's now back to serve. Alyssa, K-State, limited duty, had 12 aces, had 25 her freshman year, but serves that one long out of bounds. Point to Syracuse, 6-2, as Syracuse looks to tie up this match at 1 apiece. The Orange will serve with their setter, Trotter. Julians rotates out. Devin Fairfield, a redshirt junior from Green Valley, Missouri, now in to play the back row. Vogel being a very good high school athlete. Fairfield also played soccer. Very good in that sport as well. K-State all sorts of problems with that serve by Syracuse. A poor pass, then a tough set in what became a transition kind of play. And it will be, in essence, an ace for Syracuse. 7-2 Orange in set 2. K-State up 1-0 in the match. Trotter to put it in play again. K-State gets a better pass this time, but still bump sets left to Zumak, who creases the block out of bounds. Point to the Cats. Zumak now with her first kill of the match. She's been double-digit kills in the first 4 matches of the season, but struggling a bit out of the gate tonight. Expect her to up her production as we move along. 7-3 Syracuse in the second. Serve Riley Colleen for K-State. Right side, a stuff block. It's the first of the night for K-State. Zumak and Sandbote team up to stop Lukacs, a sophomore from Canada, for the Orange. Well, now the officials confer, and they say point Syracuse. Both teams were setting up for K-State to serve again. We're going to say that that ball must have been a net call on K-State, so point Syracuse. Abong Wase now to serve for Syracuse. Out of bounds, long, just long. K-State let it go, and Santita didn't miss by much. 8-4 Syracuse. Serving is Vogel for K-State. Brenna, the only senior on this K-State roster. This spring was shoulder surgery. Syracuse hits the ball out of bounds. Their second hitting error on set 2. Missing that time from the left was Levanova. K-State within 3, 8-5 at set 2. Cats took the first 25-17, scoring 7 points in a row at one stretch. Pull away. Serve again from Brenna Vogel to the middle. Witherspoon Off a quick set that time by Trotter for Syracuse, gets the kill. 9-5 Orange. Serving Lukacs for Syracuse. K-State falling in 5 last night to Arkansas. Syracuse played their first match of this tournament this morning, dropping 1 and 3 to number 6 Wisconsin. K-State attacking with Sandbothi on a slide. Dig Syracuse, and there's another stuff for the Cats. Levanova stopped by Zumak and Sandbothi. Those two teaming up a moment ago. They have the only blocks tonight for K-State. Fairfield goes out. Schulian's in to play the left side for K-State. Zumak, a redshirt junior from Buffalo, Minnesota, now to serve for the Cats. Syracuse, work it to the middle. Witherspoon, big swing, and she gets another kill for Syracuse. She scored the last 2 points for the Orange. Witherspoon being used off the bench. Now we'll see Valelli come on and serve for Syracuse. Levanova exits the floor. 10-6 Orange. K-State won the first 25-17. Cats push the ball to the right side. Sandbothi on a slide. This time she gets the kill. After those blocks with Zumak a moment ago, Sandbothi picks up her 4th of this match so far. 10-7 Syracuse. Williams rotates into the middle. Quick breather for Colleen, the lead for K-State. As Sandbothi is back to serve. Worked by Syracuse to the back row. Lukacs off the block, but a nice dig by Zumak. Now off the top of the block, Schulian. Syracuse dumps with their center, Trotter, who finds a spot in the back row. Side out Orange, back up by 4. Sandbothi rotates out. Colleen back in after the serve by the sophomore from Lee Summit. Colleen from Honolulu, Hawaii originally. She, like Sarah Dixon, a transfer from Arizona. Served by Sand, the libero for Syracuse. K-State struggles and only free balls over to Syracuse. Bongwase with a kill on the right side. A little bit of an unconventional slide play, but she made it happen for the Orange. 12-7 Syracuse in set 2. K-State a bit slow out of the gates in this second stanza. Coaching staff not real happy on K-State's side. The Orange have picked up their intensity. Sand, 5'6" senior, puts it across for Syracuse. Ball tipped by Williams from the middle. Dig Syracuse, high ball left to Sada. And that will be a point K-State. 4 hits officially to call. Sada putting that one in the net. So Cats gonna break right there. And that ball set up well to block. Point Cats. Within 4 now of Syracuse in this second set. Dixon to serve it across. K-State center in a 5-1 this evening. Left side, down the line, Sada for a kill. K-State got their hands on it but couldn't keep it in play. 13-8 Syracuse. K-State can do no worse though after this set than be tied at 1 apiece with Syracuse. Hoping they can turn things around though and have a chance to possibly sweep in the third. Served by Sada into the net, so point Cats. 13-9 the edge for Syracuse. Schulian's back to serve. Zumak into the front row to play the left side. Schulian's has been playing 6 rotations on and off. And she serves right here. Syracuse goes right to Ibongwase. Blocked by the Cats, but out of bounds. So a kill for the middle blocker for Syracuse. Ibongwase leading the Syracuse effort with 5 kills this evening. 14-9 Orange, second set. Schulians will not play 6 rotations here. She rotates out. Devin Fairfield, that's a specialist, comes on now. Trotter, the center for Syracuse. Knocks it across off the net and nearly an ace. K-State will free ball it over to Syracuse. Bongwase on a slide. Dug by the Cats, right side. Vogel didn't get it across the net. Missed the ball low on the net. The set may have been low as well for Brenna. Syracuse leads by 6, their biggest margin so far in set 2. Coach Fritz up to talk to the officials, not happy about that last play. And she is going to get her word in right now with Paul Albright slowing down the action right now. Not clear if she's going to challenge or use a timeout, but she just wants to get some clarification on that last play. Julie Beck is up in the tower, but Albright down on the floor near the coaches. Also, Beck giving some explanation to Syracuse as well. Not sure really what's at issue here. May have been pretty subtle, whether it was a lift that wasn't called or whether it was a net violation potentially by one side or the other. It doesn't look like it's going to go K-State's way. Syracuse will keep the point. Coach Fritz seated again on the bench. 15-9 Syracuse, second set. K-State won the first 25-17. So after all that, Jalissa Trotter will get the ball back and serve for the Orange. K-State 2-2, Syracuse 2-3 on the year. Both these teams young and looking for their third victory. Cats serve receive, go to Peyton Williams in the middle, and she gets the kill. Cats would love to get Williams, redshirt freshman in volleyball, but it's been her freshman year with the women's basketball squad, averaging 3 points and 3 boards per game. They would love to get Peyton more involved, but that takes a solid pass and a good set. They got that time, and Williams takes care of it. 15-10 Syracuse, served by Colleen as Williams goes out. And Syracuse with all sorts of problems via pass and set. They cannot get a hit, kill attempt. And a point to the Cats. Back-to-back points, pulling within 4 of Syracuse now in set 2. Officially a bad set by Syracuse. Another bad pass for Syracuse. They only free balled over to K-State. Tipped by Sandbothi out of the middle. Free ball back by the Orange, and then Sandbothi with a full swing puts it home in the back row. Cats have cut down that 6-point lead, sliced it in half. 15-12 Syracuse leads, but they're going to take a quick timeout. We'll follow suit. This is K-State Volleyball. Good crowd tonight at Ahern Fieldhouse. K-State Volleyball with matchup with Syracuse tonight. We've seen a lot of lead changes and ties thus far. Cats took the first 25-17. Syracuse has controlled much of the action here in the second, by as many as 6, but K-State scored 3 in a row at this juncture. Looks to get back in it, holding within 3. Riley Colleen, the libero for K-State, serving one across. Syracuse has hit .438 in this set after hitting .059 in the first. That's been the difference so far. Quick kill coming out of a timeout for Syracuse. That comes courtesy of Santita Ibongwase. Syracuse back up 4 as they side out on first swing offense. Ibongwase now to serve for the Orange. Good run by Colleen on the other side for K-State right there. Bump set left, Zumach hit one into the antenna. So Syracuse back up by 5 on the hitting error by the Cats. K-State meanwhile hitting just below 200. Only 6 kills in this set after 14 in the first. Ibongwase serving again for Syracuse. Tipped by Vogel. Syracuse played it. The ball might have gone out. Right side thrown across for the Orange. Lukacs. Point to K-State. Ball winds up out of bounds off the arm of the sophomore from Canada for Syracuse. K-State back within 4. Cats trying to rally and take a 2-0 lead in this match. Syracuse wants to push it at least to 4 sets. Have a chance in the third to take the lead. Syracuse has worked efficiently with Witherspoon in the middle. K-State digs the ball from her this time, lobbed over by Zumock. The Orange go left to Levanova, and she kills one cross court. The Orange lead again by 5. As we just mentioned a moment ago, K-State's offense hasn't worked as well. It's set 2. Officially at 125 for this set, 208 for the match. Syracuse at 173 for the match, and just below 400 for the set. K-State will dump on serve receive. Sarah Dixon getting it done over her head, and the Cats back within 4 again, 18-14, second set. Cats took the first 25-17. Zumock back to serve. Shulian's into the front row. It's served by Kylie. Syracuse, though, goes left. Sada off the top of the block. It caroms over K-State's side for the point. Kill by the Orange. Ibangwase leads the way with 6 kills for Syracuse. Lukacs and Sada each have 3, along with Trotter from the center spot. Trotter with 16 assists, make it 17 now for Syracuse. K-State will tip with their first swing. Shulians digs Syracuse. The attempt from the back row, blocked back, dumped over, but a point to K-State. Double contact called on Trotter's attempt right there for the Orange. K-State still in it, down 19-15 to Syracuse. Peyton Williams back into the middle. Sandbothi to serve. Quick breather for the libero, Colleen. Colleen can't serve for both middles, so Sandbothi gets the honor right here. Syracuse works it to Sada, and through the block of K-State for the kill. 20-15, Syracuse. They've been able to hold off K-State rally. Cats got as close as 3 after being down by 6. Syracuse responded by scoring 2 in a row. And they've been able to hold K-State at arm's length ever since. 15-12, it went 17-12 Syracuse, and then the teams have exchanged points over the last 6 rallies. Sand, the libero for Syracuse, serves it across. K-State goes to Williams on a slide, over a double block, but a dig by Syracuse. Sada knocks it across. Now left side after a K-State dig, it's Shulians. Syracuse comes back, they go to the back row. Lukacs getting a piece of Zumock on the way by. And so Syracuse scores on serve to match that 6-point lead. Coach Fritz will use her other timeout for K-State. Cats in a tough spot. Certainly can come back, but Syracuse in control here in set 2. K-State at 143 for this set. Syracuse at 385, now killing the Cats 15-7. Let's give you a quick check of the Big 12 scoreboard tonight. Every other match that's going to be played, I believe, has gone final, besides K-State, Syracuse, and along with West Virginia and Minnesota. The Mountaineers trailing number 2 Minnesota 2-0, and the Golden Gophers lead 10-5 in the third. Tough task really to ask Minnesota. For West Virginia, they're an improving team, but number 2 team in the country on their home floor. Tough thing to ask Mountaineers to go do, and so far Minnesota has controlled that match. Earlier tonight, we have some finals. Iowa State sweeps Dayton in the Flyers home gym. Kansas needs 4 sets, but they beat Long Beach State out in Orem, Utah. Texas Tech sweeps Eastern Washington, Berkeley, California. Oklahoma, same deal, sweep over Ohio in Athens, Ohio. Oklahoma, though, losing to High Point earlier today. Also earlier today, Colorado State beats TCU in 5. Texas sweeps Villanova in San Diego as well. Syracuse will serve again as we come out of a timeout. 21-15 Orange. Sand, the libero, puts it in play. K-State goes left to Shulians over the block. Over dig Syracuse. Another chance for the Cats again from Shulians. Works the block, but a dig again by the Orange. Worked left side. Down the line is Sada. K-State plays it. They go to Shulians, blocked back by Syracuse, and then free ball out of bounds by the Cats. So officially that should be a stuff block for Syracuse. 22-15. Now the biggest lead of this set for the Orange. Sand will serve again. K-State and Syracuse were locked up in a pretty tight battle in the first. K-State scored 7 in a row to pull away, and Peyton Williams is stuffed by Syracuse on a slide play to the outside. 23-15 Syracuse. The Orange took the lead early in this set, haven't given it up. They've controlled much of the action here in the second, looking to force at least 4 sets here in Manhattan. Sand puts it across for Syracuse. Again, Shulian's blocked back. K-State will knock it over now with a whistle over the block. Syracuse goes left to Sada, and she finds a spot in the back row. It will be a set point now for Syracuse at 24-15. Sada with kill number 6, matching Ibongwase's total. It's just not been a very good rhythm for K-State here in the second after winning by 8 in the opener. Serve receive for K-State. This time Shulians is able to get a kill off of the Syracuse block. Alyssa now with 7 kills. That leads the Cats in this match. She has 4 attack errors though. Hitting just above 100. Dixon will serve. K-State needs to fight off 8 more set points. They'll get help right here. Rotation error against Syracuse. So a quick point for the Cats. Dixon will get credit for the ace as K-State is within 24-17 of Syracuse. Syracuse will reset themselves with their rotations. Now Dixon will put it in play once more. The Orange go left side to Sada. Cross court, but a dig by Zumock. Shulian's firing back off the top of the block. Syracuse keeps it alive. Full swing by Trotter, but she's rejected by K-State. Williams and Vogel get there. Vogel jumps out of the gym. She stands at 6 foot tall. Williams is 6'3". Trotter, meanwhile, just 5'7" for Syracuse, although she can jump well. 3 in a row for the Cats. Service error is how the second set will end. Dixon couldn't clear of a net that time, and Syracuse holds on to win 25-18 in set 2. Best of 3 for the remainder at Ahern Fieldhouse. Syracuse takes the second, 25-18 after K-State grabbed the first 25-17. This is K-State Volleyball.
It's payday! It's payday! It's payday!
Your dreams are waiting, so play Lucky for Life from the Kansas Lottery, and you could win $1,000 a day every day for the rest of your life.
It's payday.
It's payday!
Improving each day not only applies to our football program, but also to your health. Small daily improvements such as eating more fruits and vegetables, living tobacco-free, and taking a short walk can all make a great impact on your overall wellness. Please join me, the Kansas Health Foundation, and Stormont Vale Health in our PowerCat Health Partnership, encouraging all Kansans to live a healthier life. Today, opioid overdose kills more Americans than car crashes, and Kansas is not immune. Deaths from opioid overdoses among young people have risen dramatically in our state. I urge you to make this crisis a priority among your families and your friends. Healing starts with understanding the problem, recognizing the warning signs, and having the courage to act. Our young people need our help. Talk. It truly matters.
Hi.
I'm not letting you in. No more apps.
But I can let you gain Kansas Lottery points. Enter second chance drawings, win more. Points can go to any prize you want.
Any prize?
Yeah. Play on, man.
Okay, you can come in, but don't ask me to update you right away.
I mean, we hardly know each other.
Oh, right.
With the Play On app, you can gain more points and win more. CKSLottery.com for details.
All square through 2 sets at Ahern Fieldhouse. K-State takes set 1 tonight in the second match for both these teams in the K-State Invitational, 25-17. Syracuse comes back to grab the second, 25-18. K-State hitting just 167, only 8 kills in the previous set. Syracuse now out-killing K-State by 1 in the match, 23-22. 188 for the Orange thus far. Syracuse also out-digging the Cats by 5, 29-24. He's also serving and passing a little bit better, 3 aces to 2 for K-State. So we've seen a pretty even one thus far. Cat offense went to sleep in set 2, only 8 kills. Kind of the same deal in the first set for Syracuse. So we literally saw reversal of fortunes in the first 2 sets. Now we'll see for the best of 3 the rest of the way which team comes out firing in the third set. Serve Sarah Dixon of K-State. High ball left for a kill for Syracuse. A native of Israel making the play, Ella Sadah. 1-0 Orange as they side out. Sadah will serve, a freshman for Syracuse, and Coach Yellen, he's a native of Uzbekistan in his 6th year at Syracuse, also spent 15 years in a very successful program at Louisville. Left side, Vogel on the attack for K-State, and a free ball back, good hustle by Syracuse. Cats go right to Zumock, big swing, but another dig by Syracuse. And then Schroeder, the setter for Syracuse, hits it off a single block at the net. 2-0 Orange in set 3. Sadah to serve again. Yellen success at the Division II level. Coached Barry University from 91 to 95. Won a title in 95. National title, it is. Overpass K-State on this ensuing serve, and Ibongwase was there to stick it down with 2 hands for Syracuse. K-State fell behind 5-1 in the first, and the Orange up 3-0 now in the third. Sadah with another good serve. K-State overpass. This time Syracuse isn't able to finish the play. Free ball back by K-State. Syracuse goes to Ibongwase, and she kills the ball in the middle of the K-State defense. And I think we're going to see a substitution for the Cats. We will. Devin Fairfield checking in to play the back row for Alyssa Schulians. 4-0 Syracuse. Ella Sadah to serve again for the Orange. Team that went just 7-23 a year ago. K-State rebuilding though following an NCAA tournament campaign. A tip by Zumock right side on serve receive. Syracuse comes back to Lukacs. Dig by the Cats. Williams up. Fiery play right there up the middle. Got plenty of mustard on that one for K-State, swinging away. And the Cats get on the board in the third set, 4-1. Syracuse. Fairfield goes out as Schulians returns to the front row. Howie Zumock will serve now for the Cats. Into the net. One of the things that's hampered K-State's offense tonight, Zumock has struggled, only 1 kill through 2 sets. She is averaging 3.5 per set. With the service error by Zumock, 5-1 Orange in set 3. The Cats falling behind the 8 ball just like they did in the second, and as a matter of fact in the first as well before they recovered. Served by Trotter, and K-State all crossed up in the back row. Point Orange on their 4th ace of the night. Maureen Schick now coming on for Zumock to play the back row. Schick saw action last weekend in Corvallis. She's a sophomore defensive specialist from Green Bay, Wisconsin. Trotter to serve again. That was her 3rd ace of the evening. Schulians cross court, digs Syracuse, and they don't get a very good second contact, and the ball lands on the floor. 6-2, K-State able to side out. Williams exits, Sandbote back in to play the middle. Colleen, the libero for K-State, now serving. I think that last play probably will be scored an error on Syracuse's part. Orange go to Ibongwase, and she can't clear of a net. Point K-State on the hitting error by Syracuse. Cats within 3, and a 1-all match in this third set. Shulians did get a kill to make it 6-2, and there was an attack error by Syracuse. The Orange on serve receive go up left side for a kill. Levanova sides things out for Syracuse at 7-3, tooling the block of K-State. Ibongwase, who leads Syracuse with 8 kills, now to serve. Witherspoon, who's been a spark off the bench, subbing in at middle blocker, back on the floor for Syracuse. Service error, though, by Ibongwase. Sand will re-enter now. Play the back row and leave for Syracuse. Bretta Vogel had a very solid year serving last year, at least when it comes to aces for K-State. 6th in the league with 28 aces. Serves it across. Syracuse goes to Witherspoon. Nice dig by Schick. Free ball, though, coming back for the Cats as they got crossed up. Left side, over the block, but out of bounds. Did she get a touch of a net? No. Missing for Syracuse was Levanova. Point to the Cats. The closest they've been since they were down 6-1. It's now a 2-point margin, 7-5 Syracuse in this very decisive third set in a 1-all match. Vogel serving again for the 3rd consecutive time. Syracuse to Witherspoon in the middle. Over dig and out of bounds by K-State, so point Syracuse, 8-5 Orange. Sarah Dixon, you may have noticed on the ESPN3 broadcast, tried to sneak across the net. That's just instinct by Dixon from years and years of volleyball. Last season, that rule was changed where a setter cannot go across the net to try to bring the ball back and play. The ball is dead once it crosses the center line on either side of the antenna. Syracuse digs K-State's first swing offense, and then they go left side themselves to Sada. So back-to-back points for the Orange. 9-5 Syracuse in set 3. Already Syracuse is led by as many as 5 in this third set in a 1-all match. Lukacs to serve again, a sophomore outside hitter. Going after Vogel. K-State bumps it to Shulians, who uses the block nicely from the left side. Cats within 3. Shulians now 9 kills for the match. Alyssa had 10 kills last night against Arkansas, 13 last weekend against Pacific. Served by Alyssa. Zumock's back on the floor left side, and there's a stuff by the Cats. Sam Bothie leading the charge. Dixon also will get credit at the net. Point Cats. So back-to-back points right there. Shulians helping to make that block possible with a very solid serve. This time a better pass by Syracuse, but they only free ball it back on a miscommunication to the Cats. Zumock nearly made the Orange pay. Dumped over, though, by Trotter. K-State works it to the right. Sandbothie tipping over a double block. Now left side, Sada off the block, but K-State able to keep it going. Bump set left to Zumock. And another dig for the Orange. Sada, though, blocked back by K-State, and Syracuse can't keep it going. Sandbothie and Dixon are there again. Back-to-back stuff by the Cats. Syracuse's lead is down to 1, and a timeout taken by Coach Yellen and the Orange. Syracuse is led by as many as 5. K-State now within 1, 9-8 in the third. This match tied at 1 apiece. We'll take a quick break and return to Ahern Fieldhouse. This is K-State Volleyball. By as many as 5 at Ahern Fieldhouse in the K-State Invitational. Rallied back within 1, 9-8 of Syracuse. Nearly an ace by Alyssa Schulians, but free balled over by Syracuse. Attack left side, Kylie Zumock. Cats dig the ball after Syracuse worked it to the right side, knocked across by Zumock. Now Syracuse fouled up on their side, and they see a ball harmlessly fall to the floor. Point K-State, 9-9 as the Cats have come back to tie. Officially scoring 8 of the last 11 points. Served by Schulians, left side, down the line. Getting the kill is Syracuse. They worked it to Sada. 10-9 Orange. Back to serve now for Syracuse. Vallely as she subs in for the Orange. They've used her sometimes to serve, sometimes not. K-State will push the ball to the right side, and Sandbothi is stuffed by Syracuse. So after K-State came back to tie in this set, Syracuse scores back-to-back points. Their 5th stuff block of the night. Another serve by Vallely. K-State handles this one a little bit better. Sandbothi on a slide cross court. Ball dug back to the Cats. One more time for K-State. They go to the back row. Vogel, nicely done. Slicing one through. Ball landing in front of the back row of Syracuse. Brenna Vogel tonight with 6 kills. And the Cats within 1 here in this 3rd set. K-State took the first 25-17. Syracuse turned things around in a big way in the second, winning 25-18. Right here in this decisive 3rd set, it's been back and forth. Left side, Sada, blocked back by the Cats. Now Syracuse will dump with their center, Trotter. Left side, Zumock finds the spot in the back row. K-State ties Syracuse at 11. Zumock struggling offensively tonight, just 2 kills. But that was a big one right there, as K-State's now knotted up with the Orange at 11. Sandbothi will serve again for K-State. Sophomore from Lee Summit, Missouri. Syracuse pushes the ball up high, and that's not where Sada wanted it, as the setter left it low, and no chance for the freshman right there for Syracuse. Ball winds up low off the net and to the floor. So hitting error for Syracuse in this set. That's number 4. They're hitting 143. Tried again with Witherspoon. She went for the high hands on a slide, but missed it long out of bounds. Syracuse continues to scuffle. K-State only 5 kills, but they're hitting 250 with only 1 error. 13-11 Cats. Sandbothi serves one long out of bounds. Sigh of relief for Syracuse. K-State was on a little bit of a scoring run. Witherspoon out. Bongwase back in. Sand, the libero for Syracuse to serve. K-State with a pair of aces, 4 aces for Syracuse. 7 errors for the Orange, 5 for the Cats. K-State on serve receive goes to Peyton Williams, and there's stuff number 2 for Syracuse in this set to take the lead again at 14-13. So 3 in a row for Syracuse. Ibongwase was involved there, it looked like, with Sada. Substitution for the Orange right now, as we're going to see for the first time tonight. As Trotter exits, they're going to get another blocker out there. Christina Oyewale is out there. K-State pushes the ball to the left. Zumock off the top of the block, but a dig for Syracuse. Now left side, Sada hits one into the antenna, so point Cats. Syracuse played a very clean set in the second. That's how they were able to win 25-18, but they've made some mistakes now, and that's allowed K-State some breathing room here in the third. Cats offense has been struggling a bit with only 5 kills, but they're ahead 14-13. K-State with 14 kills in the first, winning 25-17. Service error, Sarah Dixon, and K-State now sees themselves back in a 14-all tie with Syracuse. We'll give you some score updates from the Big 12 when we get a chance. Served by the Orange will be an ace to take the lead 15-14. Credit Sada right there with the ace. And Syracuse in front 15-14. Thought that match had come to an end with Oklahoma and Ohio. I misspoke earlier. Thought that the Sooners had swept the Bobcats on their home floor, but instead they're in the 5th set and it's all Ohio. So Oklahoma in danger of dropping their 2nd match of the day. Peyton Williams attacked for K-State on serve receive, but a whistle, double contact on the set. Saw a player for Syracuse go down, their setter Trotter, on the block attempt by Syracuse. And it doesn't look like Trotter is able to come to her feet. She was crouched on her knees, didn't want to make contact with the floor with her right knee, and now has shifted to her hip. The training staff for Syracuse will get out there and check to see how she's doing. Trotter has played well for Syracuse tonight, as she has 24 assists to the 31 kills tonight so far for Syracuse. She comes to her feet and is walking with a little bit of a limp coming off the floor, and visibly in some pain. Syracuse does have a very capable setter in Dana Vallely, or at least we've seen her on the floor, defensive specialist. She now will take over. You would think it's setter right now for Syracuse. The Orange will have to shift some things around. She was on the floor, so her rotation for right now is in the back row. Syracuse in Trotter's place inserts Annie Bazzo, a 5'10 junior. She's also a setter, so we'll keep an eye on Syracuse and see who is taking over the quarterback duties. 16-14 Syracuse. That play resulted with a double hit by K-State. So Syracuse actually got the point despite the injury, and the Orange thought they had a kill to go up by 3. Ibongwase hit a ball very nicely on a quick set from Bazzo, but they were in the net, so big time break for K-State. And the Cats within 1 again at 16-15. Cats will rotate their outside hitters and defensive specialists. For now, Kylie Zumock and Alyssa Schulian's only playing the front row. Zumock out, Maureen Schick on to serve. Fairfield exits as a defensive specialist, and Alyssa Schulian's in to play at outside hitter. K-State in a 1-all tie at home against Syracuse. Team that had a sub 200 RPI last season. See if K-State can pile together some points, winning the first 25-17, dropping the second 25-18, and now trailing in the third. Ibongwase on a slide, blocked back by K-State. Pop over the net by Syracuse. Now Schulian's cross court, dug by Syracuse. They'll go left to Lukacs off the top of the block. Dig by the Cats, bump set left to Schulian's. Uses the top of the block, but Syracuse digs. Right side Ibongwase, and she got a great set from Bazzo and put it straight to the floor on the slide. And Syracuse now back up by 2. As Bazzo will serve. So she'll be the setter. Vallely still exiting out. As Syracuse works some of their subs. The Orange will go up 3 as K-State's called for a rotation error. Tough break for the Cats. Syracuse now by 3 in the third, 18-15. Bazzo to serve again for the Orange. Ball bumped up out of bounds by the Cats. Syracuse served it, the Cats tough. Cats were trying to go with a bump set to the left side. The ball wound up going over the antenna and out of bounds. 19-15, Orange leading here in the third set. 3 consecutive now by Syracuse. Timeout by K-State to talk things over. And Cats will have to do a little soul searching now.
K-State Volleyball is brought to you by the Kansas Lottery. Dream bigger with the Kansas Lottery. Proud sponsor of K-State Athletics.
K-State now down by 4. The Wildcats struggling offensively in the last 2 sets. Hitting just 150, as we mentioned, in this set. While Syracuse hasn't been very good on offense. They've had a number of errors. But K-State just has not been able to penetrate the defense of Syracuse, who's out digging the Cats down by 11, 42-31. 13 digs in the onside hitter spot by Ella Sadab. We'll see if K-State can get things turned around. Syracuse plenty of confidence in a building program looking for a win on a Power 5 school's home floor. Of course, Syracuse is in the Power 5 of the ACC, but they're picked 10th this year in their league. Big 12, a much better volleyball league than the ACC from top to bottom. So we'll see if K-State can get things turned around for their second time out here in the 3rd set. Cats work it to Vogel, well off balance, and she hits one long out of bounds. And in Brenna's defense right there, the ball misfired off her hand, but she really was struggling to figure out where the set was going and was out of tempo. 20-15. Syracuse, 3rd set. The Cats don't want to have to come back from 2-1 down on their home floor. Couldn't do it last night as Arkansas allowed K-State to win the 4th, but they prevailed in 5. Vogel this time gets the ball where she wants from the back row, and that play was worked to precision as she kills it for K-State on a pipe set from Dixon. K-State within 4, 20-16. But Syracuse, particularly in the last set when they had a big edge on K-State, played pretty good side-out volleyball, so K-State will have to try to score on serve right here. Left side, missing long out of bounds. That'll be some help for the Cats. Missing the block for Syracuse was Levanova, so K-State within 3, 20-17. The Orange do have one more timeout. K-State's out of timeouts. Served by Colleen, the libero for K-State. Syracuse goes to the middle, and Ibongwase hits through a single block. Syracuse now back up by 4. We are in a 1-all match. K-State doesn't want to have to come back from 2-0 down. Ibongwase to serve. Witherspoon's back in the middle for Syracuse. The Cats go left to Shulians. Powers one off the block, and K-State back up by 3, 21-18. Serving is Vogel. Can K-State make a run late in this 3rd set to avoid falling behind 2-1? Syracuse has their minds on the same thing, going up 2-1. Rotation error, Syracuse. And the Cats within 2. They'll take that call and run with it. Coach Yellen not really sure where Syracuse was not lined up properly. K-State had one of those calls go against them a moment ago. Quick final from the Big 12. Minnesota at home tonight in Minneapolis sweeps West Virginia. Mountaineers hung close in every set, but Minnesota ranked number 2 in the country. A tough outfit to deal with on their home floor. Oklahoma suffers their 2nd loss of the day, falling at Ohio, this time in 5. The Bobcats prevailing in the last 3 sets, 15-7 in the 5th, while High Point swept the Sooners earlier today. After all that, with the rotation error, Syracuse uses a timeout. Cats have been down by as many as 5 in this set at 20-15. Now within 21-19 of Syracuse. K-State, we'll see if they can get some big kills down the stretch to try to come back and take a lead on their home floor. Hitting just 174 for the set, 169 for the match. Syracuse at 140 for the match at 034 in this set. 6 more errors by the Orange, but 4 more kills than K-State. Was to Shulians getting the upper with 10 kills, 7 for Brenna Vogel. Finals today from earlier in the Big 12. Colorado State comes back from 2-0 down in Tallahassee to beat TCU. The Horned Frogs nearly had a big win over the Rams. KU needs 4 sets but beats beats Long Beach State today. They beat Utah Valley last night. Iowa State at home sweeps Dayton. Texas Tech in just their 2nd match of the year defeats Eastern Washington by sweep as well. And also Baylor getting past Quinnipiac in Pullman, Washington in 3 as well. Everything else has gone final in the Big 12. K-State locked up in a battle with Syracuse. The Orange lead 21-19 in the third. K-State won the first, Syracuse the second. So Syracuse trying to take a 2-1 lead. Cats trying to prevent them from doing so. Serve Vogel coming out of a timeout, and there's a stop for the Cats. Right side. Lukacs was stopped by a K-State pair right there. Schulians and Sandbothi. 21-20. Can K-State tie on the next point? Serve Vogel. Syracuse goes left. Full swing, Levino, but great dig by Vogel, but it didn't get to the setter. Dixon anywhere where she could play the ball. So a kill for Syracuse, 22-20. The Orange in front. See if K-State can get a quick side out. Lukacs to serve now for Syracuse. K-State works it to the right. Sandbothi on a slide, and she crosses up the back row of Syracuse to pull the Cats within one. Sandbothi with her season-high effort of 6 kills. We're going to see Bryn Carlson for the first time tonight. She rotates in for Maureen Schick, playing the left side in place of Zumak, who only has 2 kills tonight. Tough time for a service error for K-State. Schulians, normally very reliable from the service line, puts one in the net. 23-21 Syracuse. They'll serve with Valeli. Syracuse saw their starting setter go down in Trotter, Jalissa Trotter. They're using a backup setter in Bazo. They'll serve one across to K-State, who's down 2 in this third set in the late action. Ellie Sandbothi on a slide, hits one through the Syracuse lock. K-State right back into it, 23-22. The Orange win the second set, 25-18. K-State took the first, 25-17. Ellie Sandbothi's turn to serve. Peyton Williams back to the middle, joining Carlson and Dixon in the front row. And for K-State, they've given Syracuse points now back-to-back on service errors. That one missing long that time from Sandbothi. 24-22 Syracuse. 2 set points now for the Orange to go up 2-1 in this match. Sand, the libero to serve. Syracuse has brought an extra blocker into the front row, sending Bazo off the floor. Valeli, a defensive specialist, can set now for Syracuse. Cats go on a slide to Peyton Williams. Dig by the Orange. And Ibongwase finds the back row on a lob tip that just stayed in, and Syracuse now ahead of K-State's 2-1. The final in the third, 25-22. The Orange have won the last 2 sets after K-State went up 1-0. We'll return to a Hurt Fieldhouse in a moment. This is K-State Volleyball. Trailing Syracuse 2-1. The Cats struggling offensively in the last 2 sets after picking up 14 kills in the first. Syracuse was high error in set 2, 10 errors, but did manage 12 kills, only 9 kills for the Cats versus just 3 errors. Syracuse led by as many as 5. K-State made a late rally, but saw Syracuse score the final 2 points to prevail by 3. So now K-State with some soul searching. Syracuse has played with great effort tonight. K-State, though, if you look back at what happened a year ago, an RPI in the teens, while Syracuse was sub 200. Everything's different, though, this year with K-State losing their setter and 6 total seniors trying to regroup. Now we'll see if the Cats can dig deep and battle back against Syracuse, who's looking for a win, a building program. Power 5 opponent's home floor. Syracuse last weekend dropping matches to both Colgate and Grand Canyon at home. They did defeat Niagara and Siena. K-State, meanwhile, going 2-1 at Oregon State, beating Idaho and Pacific and pulling against the Beavers in Corvallis. Syracuse out killing the Cats. K-State does have an advantage in hitting percentage at 185 to 146. But it's been the defensive effort by Syracuse that's been part of the story. They've outdug the Cats by 12. Syracuse, speaking of that defensive effort, will serve with their libero, Sand. And K-State goes now left to Schulians to begin set number 4. She's been the bright spot offensively tonight for the Cats. 11 kills. And it's now 1-0 K-State in the 4th. Cats last night fell behind 2-1 to Arkansas. They fought back to hit 1 to a 5th set with a 25-15 victory. They look to do the same here in this 4th. Syracuse returned the ball. K-State tips. Now the Orange come back with a kill left side from Sada, who's now in double digits to join Ibangwase. Those 2 players combining for 21 kills on the evening for Syracuse. Sada back to serve. That means Lukacs is in the front row. She has 4 kills tonight for Syracuse. Just to put things in perspective, Wisconsin in 3 sets only allowed Syracuse 15 kills. They're at 36 now for the match. There's a kill up the middle for Brenna Vogel. She shifted over from the right side. Cats within, or back up by 1. Bryn Carlson, who's now subbed into the match for Kylie Zumock, an outside hitter. She'll play the front row. Carlson, the true freshman who joined the Cats in the spring from Woodbury, Minnesota. Alyssa Schulians to serve. Junior from Silver Lake. And a service error for K-State. They had a couple of really bad times late in that 3rd set. Now, total in this match, I have it as total of 11. K-State gave points 23 and 24 to Syracuse via service errors. Both times K-State trailed by just 1 and couldn't score on serve because of the errors. Syracuse returns the favor with the service error here in this case. 3-2 K-State in the 4th. Obviously, Cats now playing for survival, down 2-1. Syracuse looking to close it out. Colleen serves for the Cats. Syracuse to the left, off balance. Levanova gets it across the net. Carlson stopped by Syracuse. Stopped by Ibangwase and Lukacs. And Ibangwase goes back to serve. She's been the offensive leader tonight for Syracuse, the middle blocker. But there's still been plenty of production by the left side for Syracuse in Lukacs and Sada. That's what K-State struggled with last night, with a much better player, Pilar Victoria, who went off in 5 sets with 34 kills. K-State misfiring at the net on serve receive. Sandbothi didn't hit the high hands and hit 1 out of bounds. Syracuse now ahead 4-3. Ibangwase to serve again. And overpass K-State on the serve, but enough deception there from Dixon getting in the air, trying to set the ball. Wound up going over the net. And a point to the Cats as Syracuse lost it in the lights. 4-4. We'll see if Dixon gets credit for a kill, as she got a piece of that ball, it looked like. Serve now from Vogel of K-State. Syracuse goes right side, And blocked out of bounds is Lukacs. So Syracuse in front again at 5-4 in the fourth. The Orange lead the match 2-1. Lukacs with her turn to serve. Syracuse with 6 aces tonight compared to 3 for K-State. Cats working to the right on a slide. Sandbothi tips and drops it in. Sandbothi now with 8 kills. Ellie has not been in double digits this year. This is her high in kills for the season. Last season had 10 kills on 2 occasions. The last came in a home match against KU. Carlson will not serve for K-State. The left side hitter right now for the Cats will rotate out, and Maureen Schick, a defensive specialist, on to serve. Syracuse works it left. Lukacs. K-State called for being into the net. Lukacs likely would have had a kill anyway. Dixon called for being in the net for K-State. Syracuse sides out at 6-5. Their edge in the fourth over K-State. Cats won the first 25-17, but Syracuse controlled the last two, 25-18, 25-22. Valelli serves for Syracuse. Right side, Sandbothi on a slide, tipping over a double block, and got it in for another point for K-State. Sandbothi now will serve. She's at 9 kills for the match. Good breather for Colleen. The libero for K-State. Williams comes back out there now to play the middle for the Cats. Syracuse gets it right to their center off the pass. Left side though, Lukacs is stopped by Dixon and Williams. Peyton Williams, redshirt freshman in volleyball, played last season for the women's basketball squad, coached by Jeff Mitty. Averaged 3 points and 3 boards, earned a pair of Freshman of the Week honors. And then she was Freshman of the Week to open up the Big 12 season in volleyball. But Syracuse comes firing back, and it will be a kill up the middle for Witherspoon. 7-all in the fourth. Williams last weekend, no errors at Oregon State. Primarily played in 2 matches, 16 total kills and 22 attempts. Got a start against Oregon State, 8 kills against the Beavers, and Idaho as well. Sand will serve one long out of bounds. The lead for Syracuse, 8-7 Cats. Fourth set, down 2-1 in the match. Dixon now to serve for the Cats. The setter for K-State, an Arizona transfer. Got that one across the net. Syracuse dumps with their setter, Bazo, who's on in relief of Trotter, who went down with an injury in the third set. 8-all. Trotter is sitting with her leg up on the bench. Looks like she may be in some pain and may not return. We'll see what happens for Syracuse. Hate to see anybody go down with an injury, especially a setter for anybody. Any team, I should say. K-State with a bad pass on serve receive, dumped back by Syracuse, and a ball hit out of bounds from the left side by Alyssa Schulians. So Syracuse back in front, 9-8 in this fourth set. Cats lost 4 starters last year, including setter Katie Brand, and trying to regroup with a lot of people at different spots and different roles. Players playing 6 rotations who had subbed out of the front row last year. Brenna Vogel trying to tie things up for K-State. Syracuse blocks the ball back. Now Vogel is stuffed by Syracuse, who had her read very well. Ibongwase was there along with Bazo, the setter who's come on for Syracuse. Timeout taken by the Cats. 10-8 Syracuse in set 4, leading this match 2-1. We'll return to a Hearn Fieldhouse in a moment. This is K-State volleyball. by number 6 Wisconsin earlier today here at Ahern Fieldhouse. Has been in control the last 2 sets, and now here into the 4th, they've started to establish their offense. Only 1 error compared to 4 for K-State, each team with 5 kills. Syracuse and K-State each hitting 175 on the match. So both teams have been a bit high error, but it's been Syracuse has been cleaner here in this 4th set. Winning the last 2, 2 and 3. K-State took the first. Serve Syracuse coming out of a timeout. Peyton Williams punches one across for a kill. Williams looks up, I believe, in the stands and kind of makes a face like, I don't know how I did that, but Williams with her 4th kill of the night. And the Cats now within 1, 10-9 here in the 4th set. Schick rotates out of the back row. Carlson into the front row. Julian's now to serve for K-State. Syracuse goes to Bongwase on a slide, found the line down the right side. 11-9 Orange. Syracuse playing with a ton of confidence right now. Levanova checks in for Syracuse. Volleyball will rotate out. Bazo now to serve. The Orange really struggled in the first set against K-State, found their traction. Now they're ahead in the 4th set, dictating the tempo. K-State stuck right there. It's 12-9. Carlson hitting into the block of Syracuse, and Coach Fritz will rotate her outside hitters. Carlson, the freshman, got a chance out there in place of Zumak, who only has 2 kills and is hitting negative, but now the redshirt junior returns. Can she spark K-State with a little bit of time on the bench? We'll find out. Serve Syracuse leading by 3 in the 4th set, also up 2-1 in the match. K-State goes to Vogel from the back row. Dig by Syracuse. Right side tip by the Orange with Lukacs. Now here comes Zumak, and she is inspired, finds the back row. Hitting from the left side, goes about the middle of the floor to find that spot in the back row. Sandbothi rotates back in. Williams goes out in the middle for K-State. Colleen now to serve the libero for the Cats. 12-10 Syracuse in the 4th. Overpass Syracuse. Sandbothi can't quite take advantage. Right side attack, long, but a touch by K-State at the net. Lukacs getting it done for Syracuse. Cats had a chance to get within 1, but Syracuse overcomes the misplay on the pass. And the Cats can't prevent the side out by the Orange. 13-10, Syracuse in the 4th set. Who officially leads the match, 17-25, 25-18, 25-22. Sandbothi, big swing out of the middle. Syracuse was in the net. And for the first time this year, Ellie is in double digits. I'm trying to say double figures and double digits at the same time. That doesn't work. Sandbothi now with 10 kills tonight. It actually matches her career high, accomplished twice last year as a freshman. 13-11, Syracuse in the 4th. And there's a kill by Witherspoon. She was subbed into the middle for Syracuse, and things have really turned around for the Orange since she came on. Her 5th kill right there. For whatever reason, she was the right combination for Syracuse in this match. Goralina, I believe, was the player who went out of the middle for Syracuse. 14-11 Orange. Lukacs to serve. The Cats down 2-1 in the match, trailing by 3 in this set. Can't get it done. Out of rhythm, Sandbothi hits one in the net. Point to Syracuse at 15-11. And Coach Fritz will use her other timeout. Tough night at Ahern Fieldhouse for K-State. Right now in danger of dropping their 2nd match of their home invitational, with number 6 Wisconsin looming tomorrow. Syracuse up 2-1 now from Ahern Fieldhouse. We'll keep it right here. Cats thus far hitting just 173 for the match, 111 in the set. Their kill numbers have picked up, but Syracuse with only 1 error compared to 6 for K-State, hitting 636 in the set and out 196 for the match. Cats 2-2 on the year, 2-1 last weekend at Oregon State, wins over Idaho and Pacific, while Syracuse had a couple of tough losses at home in their tournament against Grand Canyon and Colgate. They did earn wins over Niagara and Siena. So with K-State falling at 5 last night to Arkansas. Syracuse not having much success against number 6 Wisconsin this morning. This result, considering especially what K-State's had as a program, and Syracuse is building, a bit of a surprise so far. We'll see if K-State can regroup coming out of the timeout. 15-11 Syracuse in the fourth. K-State led the match 1-0, but Syracuse has taken the last 2 sets. Lukács serves coming out of a timeout. The Cats work it left to Zumak, and she goes cross court, but a dig for Syracuse. Now from the left. The attempt was blocked back, then hit again by Sada. K-State returns the ball. Sada goes down the line, but misses on the wrong side of the antenna. Just a second error in the fourth by Syracuse, but it pulls K-State within 3. And now Schick to serve for Zumak as the Cats look to make their comeback. Julian's now back into the front row for the Cats. As Fairfield also goes out. Good serve by Alyssa. Syracuse scrambling. They go to the back row. Roll shot across by Lukács. Now Julian's teased off the block for the kill. K-State is hitting the ball better. See if they can play cleaner now in the fourth. Timeout Syracuse. 15-13 Orange. Back-to-back points for the Cats. Can K-State find their way? That'll be the big question right now. The Cats with 12 kills from Julian's, leading here in the fourth. This is K-State volleyball. K-State's trailing Syracuse, but they've scored the last 2 points, 15-13 in the fourth set. The Orange, K-State prevailed in the first, have won the last 2, 25-18, 25-22. K-State 2-2 on the year, looking to avoid an 0-2 start in the K-State Invitational. Number 6 Wisconsin comes up tomorrow at 1:30. And 11 o'clock start for the Orange in Arkansas. Served by the Cats, and Syracuse tips out of the middle with Witherspoon for a kill. 16-13, Syracuse looking to close it out in this match. Of course, a big day tomorrow. K-State and Central Arkansas will meet up at 6:10 at Bill Snyder Family Stadium. You can see that one on ESPN3. Brian Smoller and company. There's a bounce back offer for the Charlotte match. You get $10 off with your Central Arkansas ticket. And Wild Pack 4-pack, only $59. And Syracuse on the next point goes back up by 4, scoring 2 in a row of their own. Now 17-13, a stuff block by Witherspoon and Sada. 17-13 is the margin again over K-State in this fourth set. The Orange can close it down with a win. Sandboki on a slide, hits one into the net, point Syracuse. 18-13, Coach Fritz staring on in disbelief. She's going to sub out now. Sandboki, first appearance tonight for Sophie Gimesh, the junior from Budapest, Hungary. We'll see if she can spark K-State. Cats struggling, down 18-13 in the fourth. Syracuse serves. K-State works it to the left. Julian's blocked back by Syracuse. Julian's again, touring the block for the kill. Alyssa equaling her season high now with 13 kills. K-State down 4 with 10 kills only. But a total of 8 errors in this set, hitting now 080. Syracuse only 9 kills, but they're hitting 438 with just 2 errors. K-State at 162 for the match, Syracuse at 188. It's not been pretty offensive volleyball, but for now, Syracuse has been a little bit better than K-State. Gimesh to serve. She's got a very solid serve. We'll see if she can spark K-State here. Macy Flowers onto the middle. Syracuse dumps with their setter, Bazo, dug by K-State. Now Julian's left side. Big swing, but a dig for Syracuse. Left side, Sada, off the top of the block, kept alive nicely by Vogel. Now Schulians again, but there's a stuff by the Orange. Bazo getting in on the act along with Sada. Witherspoon, their middle blocker, had fallen down. She rotates out. He bunks away, back in. Syracuse leads by 5 again at 19-14. There were some chances there for K-State to pull closer, but Syracuse gets the side out. The Orange, the difference these last 3 sets as well, have sided out very, very well. K-State's had trouble scoring on serve. Here's a tip on serve receive for K-State. Schulians, dig by Syracuse, knocked back over by the Orange, then free ball right back by the Cats. Here's a bonks away and a slide. Dig K-State to keep it going on a big swing. A throw across by Vogel, but she misses out of bounds. 20-14 Syracuse. You can see the excitement on the Orange side, those of you watching on ESPN3. 20-14 Syracuse. We'll bring on an extra blocker in this exchange. That's Christina Oyewale, served by Sand. K-State goes left to Schulians, cross court, missed the high hands, out of bounds wide. Syracuse down by 7 in the 4th set. They're up 2-1 in the match, and they'll have a chance to win this one at 4. K-State will have to dig out of a deep hole to prevent Syracuse from doing that. Could be a tough weekend for K-State with number 6 Wisconsin looming tomorrow in the final match. Served by Sand again. K-State to the middle. Flowers able to power one through off the quick set by Dixon. 21-15. K-State still in this match. Syracuse has a timeout remaining. He bonks away. Is rejoined by Bazo in the middle. Bazo back into set. Dixon, K-State setter, now will serve. High ball left, blocked back by K-State for a stop. Vogel and Flowers teaming up. K-State within 5 now, 21-16. Sada was stopped. Still a long road to climb for the Cats, but we've seen them do something like this before. Dixon will serve. See if she can keep this rally going for K-State. You would expect if Syracuse gives up another point or two without siding out, Syracuse will use their timeout. Shallow serve by Dixon. Battle ensues at the net. Syracuse will keep it alive into a free ball. Cats go right. Vogel putting one down. That time the Cats found their offensive stride. Vogel now at 10 kills. Timeout Syracuse. 3 in a row for K-State. 21-17 Orange. K-State back at 0 for this set. 11 kills, 11 errors. They've been pretty low error the first 4 matches of the season, including last night against Arkansas, but plagued them a bit tonight. Down 21-17 in the 4th. Syracuse leads 2-1 in the match. We'll see if K-State can break this down point by point and work their way back into this set and into the match. They're looking to force a 5th set. Syracuse doesn't want that to happen by any stretch. K-State's able to work their way out of a late 7-point deficit. They would have all the momentum heading into the 5th set. Crowd, good turnout tonight on a Friday night with high school football going on across Northeast Kansas. Many other things happening. Gearing up for tomorrow's football game against Central Arkansas. Kickoff at 6:10. We'll have coverage here on ESPN3 as well of that one. Has a lot expected of them on the gridiron this year, particularly with Jesse Yerkes coming back to quarterback. Everybody knows it's a K-State fan and follows it closely. The record of Bill Snyder with a senior quarterback coming back, it's pretty darn good. And see what transpires for K-State tomorrow across campus. But here at the Hearn Fieldhouse, the Cats down by 4 in the 4th set. Syracuse comes out of a timeout with a slide to the outside. Ibong Wasay with the kill. She leads the Syracuse attack tonight with a total of now 13 kills, matching Schulian's high for K-State. 22-17 Orange. Bazo goes out with Syracuse serving. The extra blocker coming back on. Oyewale for Syracuse. Serving is Sadab. K-State goes to a tip by Vogel. Cleaned up by the Orange into a free ball. Cats work it back to Vogel. Now full swing right side off the top of the block, but played by the Orange. Go to Lukacs from the left. Dig again by the Cats. Now high ball left. Julians! Fake down the line, comes cross court, and Alyssa gets the kill for K-State. 22-18, both teams out of timeouts. Zumak returns for Schick. Kylie playing the left side for the Cats. Julians now will serve. K-State's been plagued by service errors in this one. They'll need a nice run from Julians to avoid the pressure ratcheting up as Syracuse gets closer to a possible victory, leading this one 2-1 and up by 4 in the late action here in the fourth. Bonks away on a slide, and K-State's not had an answer for her. He gets the kill to the outside, and Syracuse now 2 points away, leads 23-18 in the fifth. Julians rotates out. She's had a great offensive night, a season-high 14 kills, but the Orange now have K-State in a predicament. Setter on a relief of Trotter, who went down with injury. Bazo now to put it in play. K-State with a tough pass. They'll bump set to Vogel in the back row. A chance for Syracuse to get to match point, possibly. Left side, Levanova does just that, finds the corner down the line. Syracuse scoring back-to-back points. It's now match point at 24-18. 6 chances for Syracuse to pull off a big win over K-State on their home floor. Serve again by Bazo. And an ace as K-State got crossed up. And that's how it will end. 7 aces tonight for Syracuse. K-State had a tough night, serve and pass. And the offensive numbers fairly even, but in the end, Syracuse wins in 4. 17-25, 25-18, 25-22, 25-18. A huge win for the Orange. A tough one to swallow, no doubt, for Syracuse. We thank everybody tonight being with us on ESPN3, seeing it worldwide. And also the audio version of our broadcast tonight at kstatesports.com. K-State now 0-2 in their home invitational, 2-3 for the year. They'll play Wisconsin, the number 6 team in the country, tomorrow at 1:30. We'll have coverage at ESPN3 for you. Syracuse now 3-3 on the year. They'll face Arkansas in the morning at 11 a.m. I'm Rob Belker. Thanks to our crew. We'll say goodnight from Ahern Fieldhouse. The Syracuse Orange. K-State playing their second match of 3 in their home invitational. Last night a 5-set loss to the Arkansas Razorbacks. We'll see a Syracuse team who this morning fell in 3 to number 6 Wisconsin. Let's take a look at the starting lineups first for the visiting Orange. They will line up like this. Starting at the center spot, Dana Valelli, a 5'9" sophomore from Dallas, Texas. An outside hitter, 6'1" sophomore, Kendra Lukacs. Also an outside hitter, Ella Sadab, 6'1" freshman from Israel. Also in the starting lineup, Amber Witherspoon, a junior from Chicago, Illinois, and a middle blocker, plus Jalissa Trotter, 5'7" junior, and set also a defensive specialist, and Santita Bongwase, and Bell Sand, a defensive specialist as well, in the starting lineup for the Orange. On the other side, for K-State, they'll look like this. At center, it's Sarah Dixon, a 5'9" sophomore from Chino Hills, California. At libero, also an Arizona transfer, Riley Colleen, a 5'4" junior from Honolulu, Hawaii. At the hitting positions, on the left, Kylie Zumak, 6'4", redshirt junior from Buffalo, Minnesota. Also we expect to see on the left side for the Cats, which is Shirley on, 6'3" junior from Silver Lake, Kansas, and Bryn Carlson, 6'4", freshman from Woodbury, Minnesota. On the right, in front of Oval, 6-foot senior from Clearwater, Kansas. In the middle for the Cats, Peyton Williams, 6'3", redshirt freshman from Topeka, Kansas. And also expecting to see either Macy Flowers, 6'3" junior from Chanute, Kansas, or Sophie Heeman, a 6'1" junior from Budapest, Hungary. The coaches on the Syracuse side, the Orange with Leonid Yelin, the native of Uzbekistan, sitting his 6th year at Syracuse. Also spent 15 years successful run 12. His time with Cardinals, sitting his 6th year at 71 and 91 with Syracuse. State, was the lead of in school history. Susie Britt, 318 and 1, 817. So we are ready for volleyball. K-State and Syracuse. The Orange in literally orange uniforms with navy blue trim and navy blue shorts, white numerals and lettering. Lee is in a white jersey with navy blue shorts, orange numerals and lettering and trim. K-State is in a short sleeve white jerseys, purple numerals and lettering, purple and silver trim with black shorts. Their lead, Riley Colleen, in a solid purple jersey with silver numerals and lettering. Cats 2-2, lost to Arkansas. Syracuse played 4 matches last weekend at home, 2-3. Lost to Wisconsin this morning for the Orange. K-State is not covered up today, so they may get the advantage that Oregon State did last weekend when the Cats played twice on Saturday. Oregon State was able to sweep the Cats on the match of the day for Beaver. Looks like K-State will serve to get this one underway. Back on the service line, Sarah Dixon, a 5'9" redshirt sophomore from Chino Hills, California. Cats also use Brooke Smith tonight. They choose up a 6'2" offense. Smith is a transfer from Nebraska. 5'10" via Weatherford, Texas. Cats have present time Williams, Zumach, and Vogel across the front line. Nice serve from Dixon. Syracuse on a slide to the outside. Ball dug by K-State, dumped out of the middle by Williams. Now left side attack for a kill. It is Saddam, freshman for Syracuse, giving the Orange a 1-0 lead. Saddam with 16 kills against Colgate last weekend. Double back for Syracuse. Has to do some different things tonight, no question. Players right now playing 6 rotations. She gets served at by Syracuse right there. Ball tipped across by Vogel of K-State. Now left side attack. Lukacs for Syracuse. Nice palm save, K-State. Dumped over by the Cats, but a point to Syracuse. On that dump by the Cats, double hit is the call. So 2-0 Orange here in set 1. Saddam serve again. Syracuse. Finishes 15 kills against Wisconsin. After lost to people last year, including the All-American setter Lauren Carlini, but simply a team that reloaded after a year ago. K-State knocks it over with Zumach following the serve. Turned by the Orange. Now left side, Vogel blocked back by Syracuse. On the right, Zumach cross court, dug by the Orange, dumped by their setter for a point. Julissa Trotter, a junior from Texarkana, Texas. Also was Jeremiah Trotter, a veteran in the NFL, two-time All-Pro, two-time Pro Bowl champion, also playing the Redskins and the Bucks. Again, serving for Syracuse with a 3-0 lead for the Orange. Saddam. Cats go to the middle. Peyton Williams, a perfect set that time from Sarah Dixon. Williams, as she did last night, hit .545. She hit over 700 in a pair of matches last weekend against Idaho and at Oregon State. She certainly, when she gets good sets, is very lethal in the middle for the Cats. Zumach now serving, but long out of bounds for K-State. So Syracuse back up by 3. It's 4-1 following the Williams kill. Syracuse to serve with their setter Trotter, who we mentioned a moment ago. Good turnout by the Purple Pit. Plenty of folks in the balcony as well. Service error by Syracuse and Trotter. Cats now back within a pair. It's 4-2 in the early going. Riley Colleen, K-State's lead, now back to serve. She's a native of Hawaii. Spent 2 years at Arizona. Nearly an overpass by Syracuse, dumped across by Levanova. K-State gets on it, but they struggle a bit. And attacking for the back row, though, for a kill, Alyssa Schulian, the junior from Silver Lake. K-State with their second kill. And the Cats now within one at 4-3. Syracuse. Colleen serves again. Bump set for the Orange from the back row. Roll shot, Sada. Dig K-State. Right side, full swing off the top of the block. Vogel. Syracuse is on it, though. High ball left, cross court. Levanova. K-State dumps with Schulians now playing the left. High ball again to Levanova. Let's dig one more time. This time for the back row. Zumak just long out of bounds. Point to Syracuse. She lobbed that ball well above the block, so no touch by the Orange. As Ibong Wasway will go back to serve, the junior from Rochester, New York. Middle for Syracuse. Preseason all ACC. Cats work it to the right to Vogel. She comes hard angle, cross court for the kill. Brenna Vogel with her fourth swing, first kill. Cats back within one in this first set, 5-4. Vogel, a senior, only senior for K-State. Contributed as a freshman, a key win over Texas Tech, then became a full-time starter as a sophomore. Nice serve from Brenner, right side. Using the block for the kill is Lukacs, the sophomore from Calgary. And Syracuse back up 2, 6-4. Syracuse hitting 222 with a pair of kills so far. K-State with a pair of errors with 3 total kills, hitting 083 thus far. Lukacs to serve. Played by the Cats on a slide right side. Sandbothi over the block on a tip. Dig by Syracuse. On the back row, it's Lukacs again. K-State plays. They go to the middle this time. To Sandbothi on a quick set, and she gets the kill. Nicely done by Dixon on the set. Sandbothi certainly took care of it. K-State back within one. Schulians to serve. Zumak rotates to the front row for the Cats. Both outside hitters playing 6 rotations tonight against Syracuse, something you don't see all that often. Served though by Alyssa. Right side Syracuse will get the point regardless. K-State was in the net. Levanova had to hit something off speed with the pass and set a bit off. K-State was going to dig it, but point Orange, 7-5 Syracuse. Levanova out into serve. In her place will be Dana Valelli. Puts it across. K-State goes right on a slide. Sandbothi for the kill. And within 1, 2 kills as of late for Sandbothi in 3 swings. At the present time, K-State not in a 6-2 and a 5-1. Devin Fairfield in for Schulians. This time through, Fairfield will play in back row instead of Schulians. Williams returns to the middle for K-State. Served by Sandbothi. Left side, swing by Sada. For Syracuse from the back row. Tipping is Vogel. Ball dug by Syracuse. Free ball over to K-State. Now a battle ensues, and the Orange are in the net. So point K-State. Cats now tying Syracuse at 7. This time it's been tied thus far. Syracuse took the early 3-0 lead. Since then the Cats were playing catch-up. Sandbothi will serve it for K-State. Eats up Syracuse's back row, and free balling it back to the Cats. Right side, a full swing for a kill. Sarah Dixon. Cats are in front of Syracuse 8-7. Syracuse tried to bump set right there. The ball going over the head of the outside hitter right to Dixon. Only stands about 5'8". She put that one home for K-State. 3 in a row for the Cats. Serve again by Sandbothi. Whistle, point to the Cats. Double hit on a set attempt by Syracuse. And it's now 9-7. Cats have gone from 2 down now to 2 ahead of the Orange. Sandbothi, a sophomore, started the last 11 matches for K-State down the stretch in 2016, putting against her sister Taylor Sandbothi in the NCAA tournament. That serve from Ellie goes long. Taylor, of course, an All-American middle at Ohio State. Buckeyes survived K-State and went on to the Sweet 16 by 2 points in the 5th set last season. 9-8 Cats. Syracuse will serve with their lead. That is Bell Sand, 5'6" senior from Minnesota. Cats work it to the left. Zumock off the top of the block. Played by Syracuse, a chance to tie. Left side Sada, but kept alive by Vogel. Now to the middle, Williams knocking it over. Dumped by the Syracuse setter, but out of bounds. Misfiring that time was Trotter. Trotter appears to be in a 5-1 as well for Syracuse. Valelli's out there, listens to the setter. She's only playing as a DS, it appears right now for the Orange. 10-8 K-State in set 1. Serve from Dixon, right side on a slide. Finding the corner was Ibangwase, and the Cats are in the net. So either way, Syracuse gets the kill. That was going to work out for Syracuse anyway. The Orange now within one again at 10-9. Sadat in the back row, she serves, and in for an ace for Syracuse. K-State got crossed up. Fairfield and Clean were trying to decide who was going to play that one or whether to let it go long. Instead, it landed in between them for a Syracuse ace. First one of the Cats breaking side. 10-10 in set number 1. Served again from Sadat, left side. Vogel blocked back by Syracuse. Cats bump set right this time. Vogel down the line. The ball missing either outside the antenna or into the antenna. Point Syracuse, so 3 in a row for the Orange. And Syracuse back in front, 11-10. Cats have led by as many as 2. Syracuse has led by as many as 3. We've had a look at the seesaw battle so far. And served by Sada for the Syracuse Orange. Left side Vogel off the top of the block, and it carries towards the Syracuse bench. 11-all first set. These teams will be in action tomorrow at 11. Syracuse will face Arkansas. K-State will get back after it at 1:30 against number 6 Wisconsin. Served by Zumock. Ball bumped up left side, a tip by Lukacs. Dig by the Cats. Now Vogel, cross court, and Syracuse couldn't slow it down. Their second contact also colliding with the antenna. So point Cats, 2 in a row, and K-State now leads again at 12-11. Cats hitting 174 so far. Syracuse at 250. A couple more errors for K-State. Cats also have 2 more kills. Serve again by Zumock. Syracuse works it right, and a misfire between Trotter and Ibangwase. She went up for the slide to the outside. The ball is off somewhere on Chunk, on the hitter or on the set. Ball falls to the floor on Syracuse side. So point Cats now winning 13-11. 3 straight for K-State. Another serve by Zumock. Syracuse works it left. Ball thrown across by Lukacs off K-State, and a point to the Orange, 13-12. Syracuse hanging in. Had a tough go against Wisconsin earlier, falling in 3 this morning. The final is 25-9, 25-14, and 25-16. Syracuse went 2-2 at home last weekend. Cats are 2-2, 2-1 last weekend at Oregon State. Whistle, rotation error on K-State, so point Syracuse. Things are tied again at 13. Cats beat Idaho and Pacific, lost to Oregon State, and then lost at 5 last night to Arkansas. Syracuse will serve at Trotter once again, looking to take the lead on the Cats. Worked by K-State to Vogel in the middle, over dig Syracuse. K-State finds Zumock in the back row. Ball played by the Orange. They go left, and the attempt is blocked back from Levanova. She'll try again for Syracuse. Blocked once more by the Cats. Now hit across by Lukacs. Dig K-State. They'll free ball it over to the Orange, and then Ibangwase gets the ball, and Syracuse sides out in front with the kill, 14-13. One swung back and forth. We've had several lead changes and ties. Trotter will serve again for Syracuse. Trickling off the net on the serve by Trotter. Attacked by Vogel from the back row. Syracuse was in the net, so point Cats. Things are tied at 14. We'll get to the media timeout on the next point either way. 14 all tie, first team to 15 points without a timeout by either side means we'll step aside. Served by Riley Killeen of K-State. Syracuse pushes the ball to the right side, a tip by Lukacs. Dig K-State. Left side, Schulians teeing off, and she gets the kill. The Wildcats now lead at 15-14. Both teams have a chance to talk things over. Each team has 2 timeouts remaining. K-State by 1 at home in Manhattan. This is K-State Volleyball. Live at the Hurt Fieldhouse in Manhattan. K-State Volleyball, the edge thus far on Syracuse, 15-14. K-State hitting 250 with 10 kills. Syracuse hitting 208 with 7 kills. Vogel with 4 kills, hitting 400 thus far. On the Syracuse side, it's been Lukacs and Ibong Wasay with 2 kills apiece. Riley Killeen, the Arizona transfer, serves coming out of a timeout. The Orange with a high ball left, but it will be point K-State, double contact on the set. Lucky Bongwasay, beg your pardon. That time had to set the ball, and K-State gets the point. Up 2 now on Syracuse. Served again by Killeen, a tip by Syracuse with a Bongwasay. K-State, Schulian's big swing, over dig, Syracuse. Sandbothi hit one wildly out. She got a touch of the orange block? No. Officials confer. K-State will challenge. Because this is a TV match, there are replay challenges. Each team has 3. Syracuse won't get that luxury against Wisconsin and Arkansas this weekend. K-State, being at home, will have that challenge system in place. It's usually how it goes in the non-conference portion of the schedule. The hosts get the challenges, and then when you play the hosts, challenges are available to you. Last night when the Cats took on Arkansas, all 4 challenges, 2 by Coach Watson of Arkansas and Coach Fritz with the Cats, they all were overturned, which is something I can't say that I've seen very often. At issue here was the over dig by Syracuse. Ellie Sandbothi hit the ball again, and I believe the officials are taking a look at whether or not Sandbothi got a piece of the block of Syracuse, but maybe we're looking at a net call on Syracuse as well. We'll find out here as the officials have made their decision on this one. Paul Albright on the floor says point Syracuse. Ball hit out of bounds by K-State. The official in the tower tonight is Julie Vec. 16-15, Cats clinging to a 1-point lead. First set tonight in Manhattan at historic Ahern Fieldhouse. Bongwasay serving for Syracuse. K-State goes to Sandbothi in the middle, blocked back by the Orange. Now left side, Schulians, the junior from Silver Lake, gets the kill. K-State up 2, 17-15. Cats looking for their 3rd win on the year. Same deal for Syracuse. The Orange with 3 losses, K-State with 2. Nice serve by Vogel, first ace of the night for K-State. The ball overpassed out of bounds by Syracuse. K-State leads by 3. Timeout taken by Syracuse. And Coach Yellen, 18-15 Cats. We'll return to Ahern Fieldhouse in a moment. This is K-State Volleyball.
K-State Volleyball is brought to you by Pepsi, proud beverage partner of the Wildcats for more than 40 years. And by the Kansas Lottery. Dream bigger with the Kansas Lottery, proud sponsor of K-State Athletics.
K-State Volleyball leading Syracuse 18-15 tonight at Ahern Fieldhouse. Cats looking to go 1-1 in their home invitational. Syracuse, same deal. Lost this morning to number 6 Arkansas in 3. The Cats battled number 6 Wisconsin. The loss for Syracuse. Cats battled Arkansas last night and went to 5, but Razorbacks prevailed 15-9. Syracuse will play Arkansas tomorrow at 11 a.m. here at Ahern Fieldhouse. K-State will see the Badgers at 1:30 tomorrow. Before this match was played, Wisconsin swept Arkansas in 3. Ball hit out of bounds by Syracuse as we come out of a timeout. Misfiring from the left side was Levanova for the Orange. So K-State for the first time leads by 4, building on their biggest lead. Substitution for the Orange. We're going to see for the first time Anastasia Gorolina, a 6'4" junior from Uzbekistan. Same home country as Coach Yellen of Syracuse. They rotate out Levanova, who's a native of St. Petersburg, Russia. Vogel serving again for K-State. She's a little closer to where we're at tonight. 2 hours away in Clearwater, Kansas for her hometown. Misfire from the middle by Syracuse, out of bounds. 20-15 Cats on the hitting error. That's the 4th so far in this first set. Cats are able to go up 20-15 on Syracuse. Looked like that was misfired by Gorolina. Good serve again by Vogel. Overpass Syracuse. Both Julians and Sandbolt get in the air. Julians gets credit for the kill. 21-15 Cats in set 1. Looking to go ahead 1-0. Amber Witherspoon, the previous hitting error. Julians the kill right there. She is tied with Vogel for the team lead on K-State with 4 kills. Speaking of Brenna, she'll serve again for the Cats. Great all-around athletes focused in on volleyball here at K-State. Left side, it's Gorolina swinging away for Syracuse. K-State digs, and they get it to Julian. Hit a ball high, but it lands in the back row. Coach Yellen will appear to use the challenge. No, he'll call for time. Timeout taken by the Orange. That ball landing in the back row. Syracuse thought it was out on the floor. Some of their players did. Thought Coach Yellen might use his first challenge, but he did not. 22-15 Cats in set number 1 tonight at Ahern Fieldhouse. Let's give you a quick check of our Big 12 scoreboard matches that are going on. One match has gone final. Iowa State was jumped into the top 25 this week at number 25. They swept Dayton tonight to improve to 4-0 on the year. They'll play Pitt tomorrow, so a win on the Flyers' home floor tonight for Iowa State. Texas Tech also has gone final with Eastern Washington sweeping the Eagles tonight, 25-14, 25-22, and 25-22. OU, a loss earlier today at 3 to High Point. And they're able to take a 2-0 lead on Ohio. And they're trying to win in Athens, Ohio. They lead 22-18 in the third set over the Bobcats. West Virginia is playing in Minneapolis against Minnesota. And in set 1, Golden Gophers prevailed 25-17. In set 2, West Virginia down 8-7 to Minnesota, who's right now in the top 10. Here in Manhattan, K-State leads Syracuse 22-15. Wisconsin can make it official tomorrow with a win over K-State. They're the leader in this tournament at 2-0. Both K-State and Syracuse looking to get to 1-1. That's where Arkansas is, who dropped a 3-setter earlier tonight to the Badgers. Wisconsin ranked number 6 in the country. Brett Vogel again on a serving run. Will put it in play again after the timeout. Cats have scored 6 in a row. Left side, high ball. Arkansas, Levanova. K-State plays. They go to Schulians, who's had the hot hand for K-State with 5 kills. They go by Syracuse, who's blocked back by the Cats. Now left side, Levanova stuffed again by Syracuse. They'll dump it back over via Lukacs, but the Orange are in the net, so points to K-State. 23-15. K-State has ran away and hid from Syracuse in this opening set. It was back and forth, many lead changes and ties, but K-State scored now 7 straight. Ball lobbed across on a shallow serve by Vogel. Syracuse goes to the middle. Witherspoon hitting it off of the Wildcat block, but a dig. Ball dumped over by Vogel. The Orange now go to Witherspoon again. Her attempt, though, blocked back by the Cats. Free ball by Syracuse. K-State goes to Sandbolt on a slide, but there's the first stuff by the Orange. Witherspoon brought in off the bench to stand 6'4". Got in on the act along with Sadaf, who's a 6'1" freshman. Syracuse breaks the string of K-State. Still a 7-point edge, and the Cats are 2 points away from going up 1-0 in the opener tonight on their home floor. K-State works their first swing offense, kills Sandbothi on a slide. Syracuse was also in the net. Sadaf, the guilty party, and now it is set point for the Wildcats, 24-16. Schulians rotates back to serve, and redshirt junior Kylie Zumock now in the front row. Service error by Schulians, one of the Cats' more reliable servers. Point to Syracuse, 24-17. Into serve in place of Levanova is Dana Valelli, the backup center, but she also plays defensive specialist for the Orange, a 5'9" sophomore from Dallas, Texas. And a service error by Valelli, out of bounds wide, and K-State takes the first, 25-17. Cats hit 243 in the opener, holding Syracuse below 100. Cats lead 1-0, 25-17 in the first with a return for Wildcat Volleyball. This is K-State Volleyball.
It's payday! It's payday! It's payday!
Your dreams are waiting, so play Lucky for Life from the Kansas Lottery, and you could win $1,000 a day every day for the rest of your life.
It's payday.
It's payday!
Improving each day not only applies to our football program, but also to your health. Small daily improvements such as eating more fruits and vegetables, living tobacco-free, and taking a short walk can all make a great impact on your overall wellness. Please join me, the Kansas Health Foundation, and Stormont Vale Health in our PowerCat Health Partnership, encouraging all Kansans to live a healthier life. Today, opioid overdose kills more Americans than car crashes, and Kansas is not immune. Deaths from opioid overdoses among young people have risen dramatically in our state. I urge you to make this crisis a priority among your families and your friends. Healing starts with understanding the problem, recognizing the warning signs, and having the courage to act. Our young people need our help. Talk. It truly matters.
Hi.
I'm not letting you in. No more apps.
But I can let you gain Kansas lottery points. Enter second chance drawings, win more. Points can go to any prize you want.
Any prize?
Yeah. Play on, man.
Okay, you can come in, but don't ask me to update you right away.
I mean, we hardly know each other.
Oh, right.
With the Play On app, you can gain more points and win more. CKSLottery.com for details.
K-State volleyball takes set one from Syracuse at a Herd Field House. Cats getting 5 kills from Alyssa Schulians, 4 by Brenna Vogel without an error, hitting 400. Emily Sandbothi with 3. Peyton Williams with 1, and from the center spot, Sarah Dixon also had 1. 11 assists by Dixon. K-State led by 6 digs from libero Riley Colleen. Syracuse hits just 0.59, only 7 kills compared to 14 for the Cats. 2 kills each from Lukacs and Ibongwase. So Syracuse will try to battle back against K-State and pull within a set apiece. K-State will try to keep the pedal to the metal with a 25-17 win in the opener. Cats will line up Peyton Williams in the front row, Alyssa Schulians and Sarah Dixon. In the back row, it's Vogel, Zumock, and Colleen. On the Syracuse side, they have in the front row right now Sadav, their setter Trotter, and Ibongwase. Back row, Valewi, beg your pardon, Lukacs, and now serving libero Sand. K-State works the ball left on serve receive. Alyssa Schulians putting it down in the back row. 1-0 Cats leading the Orange. Dixon now gets her turn to serve for K-State. Cats leading 1-0 in the match. Syracuse on their first serve receive of this set. Greasing the block to the outside. Sada with the kill. Her second kill. Syracuse has tied K-State at 1. Sada, native of Israel, back to serve now for Syracuse. Cats have a connection in Hungary. They have 4 players over the years played from that country in purple and silver, putting Sophie Gimesh is on the current roster. K-State shut down by Syracuse. Alyssa Schulians is stuffed by the Orange. Second stuff of the night for Syracuse. Ibongwase was in on that one. Looks like Trotter may get credit as well. The center for Syracuse. 2-1 Orange. Set 2, trying to tie up this match at 1 apiece. K-State works it back to Schulians. This time goes around the block, but hits the top of the net, and it caroms out of bounds. So, point Syracuse, 3-1, the early edge for the Orange. They had a 4-1 lead in the first before K-State turned things around and went on to the 8-point victory. Left side tip for Vogel of K-State. Syracuse comes back, nice swing from Lukacs. Free ball cross by K-State. Syracuse attacks with their setter Trotter, and Syracuse now up by 3. Beg your pardon, actually, Ibongwase got the quick set that time, a quick knock over the net for Syracuse, and the Orange lead it 4-1. Served by Sada. Cats work it with some trouble passing to Vogel, who dumps it across. Syracuse now to Ibongwase on the slide. She switched up her attack. Looked like she might go cross court in a full swing. Instead, tip to the corner, down the line, and gets the kill for the Orange. 5-1, K-State trails in this first set, and Coach Susie Fritz wants to talk things over. Timeout taken by the Cats. We'll return to our Herd Field House in a moment. This is K-State volleyball.